How goes the work, master?
아, 이거 그거구나.
Getting there. You need something, my boy?
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone. Which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague. Or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high. Or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
Florian?
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest. As though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask why?
뭐라고 해야 되지? 그냥 돈 빌렸다고 할까?
Money.
Naturally. Dice or boozing, was it? Pray do tell.
Both.
Sodom and Gomorrah are too good for the boy. Here you go. I'll dock his wages.
이거 받아야 되나? 아니야, 직접 받을게.
But I'd rather get it from him myself.
If you think he'll have anything to give, please yourself. About your question, you'll find him at home. No doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you. Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice. On that occasion I made an exception.
아니, 뭔 짓을 했길래.
Did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bathmaid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
재밌네.
Thank you.
목욕탕 가서
I'll leave you to your work.
May the Lord watch over.
별짓을 다 하는구만. 일단 목욕탕에 한번 가보는 게 재밌을 것 같은데?
야.
나가는 게 어디요?
야. 야.
그러니까 애가 뒤에서 나쁜 짓을 하고 있으니까 도둑이 제발 저리듯이 막 그러는 거야. 스토리한 이 녀석이
야.
뒤에서 헛짓거리 하고 있으니까 양심이나 뭐 혹시나 막 자기도 막 생명의 위협을 받을 것 같으니까 지금. 그 수도원 세공사가 돈이 어디 있어서 막 목욕탕 가서 쾌락 즐기고 도박하고 술 마시고 다니고.
야.
인가 목욕탕. 맞네?
Hey, you there. Are you going to hang around
Is there
here,
something you need?
gaping like a stuffed squirrel all day and night?
뭐?
You can't pay for a bath.
이-
What are you
Hey, what
gaping
did
at?
you do?
할리치의 사제?
No?
아,
Something happened?
근데 저 할아버지 얼굴 여기저기 다 쓰네. 여주인 어딨어, 여주인. 형이 있어?
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
아, 여기
Don't clear off quick. It'll
사죄 공간이야?
Much
몰랐지.
the wench has experienced.
근데 여주인 어딨냐고. 시간이 늦어서 지금 되는 건가?
Who are you?
Who's there?
Who's there?
What are you
말들이
staring at?
많아.
The bus are for paying guests, not idlers with nothing better to do.
If you don't clear off quick.
Are you looking for me?
I've been looking forward to a
What are you
proper
gaping
bath.
at? Have you
여기도 들어오면 안 돼?
get lost?
뭐야? 여주인 어딨냐고, 여주인. 자고 와야 되나 한번? 시간을 좀 보내보자. 지금 시간이 늦어서 애들이 다 퇴근한 걸 수도 있으니까. 시간 보내고 물어보자. 음주 경험치를 왜 획득해?
What do you want?
I hear you're at odds with Apprentice Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but I didn't see the harm, so I sent her in to him. And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent and shoving her into a boat.
뭔 소리요? 납치하는
They
거요?
took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
I assume that Florian knows this, Esther.
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relatives. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends. She should have stuck with the turnip heads.
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like the rat he is in the cellar he rents from the baker. He's afraid of me, for sure.
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I won't say what. I told him everything, but he says he won't do nothing about it.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what she got. Poor girl.
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she was. I raised her and taught her and gave her a job, and now she's gone. Who knows if she's even alive?
I'd like to know more about the kidnapping.
됐네.
I'd like to
목욕탕
make
이용
use
좀
of
할까?
the bathhouse's services.
And what is it you'd like?
Proper bath. And my clothes need washing.
As you wish. Do you have the coin?
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. Goodbye.
그럼 이제는 플로리안 만나면 되겠네. 여기 살고 있구만.
야. 야.
어디요? 이 건물인 것 같은데? 아, 맨날 수다 한답시고 뺑뺑이 도는 거 너무 귀찮다. 지하실이라 그랬나? 지하실로 가는 문이 따로 있나? 여기 맞는데? 여기 상인 상점이네, 상점. 그럼 어디요? 얘한테 말을 걸어야 되나?
What do you want?
아닌데?
Good luck, then.
뭐요, 이거? 여긴가? 그런데 상자가 왜 있지? 아니, 어디요? 이 집이 맞는디? 야, 제빵사.
God be with you.
안 되네? 돼지우리 아닌가? 아니, 이 건물이 맞긴 맞는데. 건물이 맞긴 맞는데. 아! 잠깐만. 그러고 보니까 그 작업장에 있던가 작업장이 없으면 여기 있을 거라는 거지? 여기 없으면 결국 작업장에 갔다는 얘기네? 근데 일단은 그 지하실이 어디야? 얘 잠자리가 있을 거 아니야? 어디냐? 어?
That sounded like.
없어. 어디서 잔다는 얘기야? 뭔 소리야, 이게? 그냥 이거 이거 범위값으로 적용되어 있는 건가? 이게 뭔 소리야? 일단 이쪽으로 다시 가보죠. 작업장에 있을 수도 있어. 혹시 그 제빵사 퇴근하는 걸 쫓아가야 되나? 딱 오반데 그러면. 아, 하긴 저기가 작업장인지 집은 아닐 수도 있지. 말이 안 걸어지네? 아, 뭔데? 그럼 집에 숨어 있는 게 맞긴 맞는 것 같네. 아니, 집에 숨어 있는데, 아, 진짜 밤에 제빵사 따라가야 되는 거야, 이거 설마? 제빵사네 집이 거기가 아닐 수도 있죠. 상점 주인의 집일 거고, 제빵사는 집이 다른 데 있을 수 있겠다. 일단 이 건물 자체는 네, 저쪽인가? 라포타?
Are you Rapiter by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
I know you buy quicksilver for those counterfeiters.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
개소리요? 갑자기? 라포타를 제지하라고? 뭔 개소리야? 잡아야 되는 것 같은데? 저 새끼 저거! 개빨로. 어차피 얘도 스태미너 딸릴 테니까. 얘를 잡아야 된다는 얘기네. 야, 너, 씨. 거기서 빨리. 말을 닦아, 차라리?
Yeah. So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both going to have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Who is your lord?
Sir Yezhek of Ronoff. That's what he calls himself, although Ronoff Castle's long gone.
What happened to it?
뭐야?
Ronoff used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the
이거 스킵한 것 같은데?
But Vincent had descendants. Ronoff only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Jezek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Jezek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Jezek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Jezek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronoff back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
아니 이렇게 되면 안 되는데 나 그 플로리안 찾아서 얘기하고 싶은데 이렇게 그냥 줄거리를 스킵해버리면은 늦잖아?
working for? Don't tell me you just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to
근데 불러오기 하면 다시 처음부터 다시 해야 되잖아.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there, or who he is.
I think I've heard enough.
안 돼, 플로리안 찾아야 돼.
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
An honourable death? No chance. It's the dungeons for you, and the sort of punishment a counterfeiter deserves. Don't worry. In time, you'll be glad of the gallows.
아, 그냥 스킵돼버리네. 이거 어디요? 이거 어디지? 근데 이렇게 그냥 플로리안 퀘가 그냥 스킵돼버리면 이거 좀 그런데? 아니 이게 그냥 저 녀석을 찾는 바람에 바로 다음으로 넘어가 버렸어 그냥. 이러면 안 되는데? 이거 그냥 불러오게 하면 게임 처음 시작할 때 그건데. 불러오기 해서 빠르게 볼 필요 없으니까 스킵하고. 여기까지 돼 있네. 페이퍼한테 돼 있으니까. 해공 작업장 가서 애기 얼른 넘겨버리고. 아니 뜬금없이 라포타가 거기 대기하고 있어가지고 퀘스트가 그냥 좀 뛰어넘기를 했어요 이거. 근데 나 궁금해. 안돼. 여기가 아니었지 참. 임시병이 있네.
Jesus Christ.
How goes the work?
Getting the...
What are you... Yeah.
Oh.
You've got quite...
He shared...
Jesus Christ. What's he...
In edit.
Some...
May I...
He owes me. Thank you. Does Florian?
A woman?
Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
아, 여급이랑 또 얘기해야 되네.
There's nothing to it.
아무것도 아니라고? 너 되게 수상한데?
What is it?
You look like a well-travelled man. And as it happens, I'm looking for someone just like you.
All right. Tell me what it's about.
It's like this. I know of the whereabouts of some treasure. Well, treasure is a lofty word. Simply hidden valuables. And this information I can share with you for a certain price.
아무 일 있는데 튕기는 거 보소.
아, 1,000원 감사합니다.
Sounds a little fishy to me. How do you know about it?
Well, it's a bit of a long story. My sister married a fellow from Colin, and he was a knacker, so he was hell to pay. Anyway, this fellow's sister... No, wait, that's not it. He was from Gutenberg, not Colin, and he wasn't a knacker, but a bathhouse attendant.
All right, all right. I don't need to hear your family's entire history. I don't get it. Why don't you just get the treasure for yourself?
The thing is, it's a bit out of the way. And with all that's happening in the country, the roads ain't safe. Never mind the forests. So I'd rather leave the joys of exploring to someone bolder than me.
그럼 산다, 그래?
Wild story. But worth a try.
Excellent. Here, take this. And I wish you good fortune in your search.
10kg 된 보물지도를 샀는데 이건가? 뭐 얻은 거지 내가? 아, 돈은 돌려줘야지. 찾는 건 내가 찾아주잖아. 내 수고비를 오히려 저 녀석이 나한테 돈을 더 줘야 되죠. 제가 찾는 수고로움이 있으니까. 그 위험한 곳에 나들 가라는 거 아니야.
Well, I never.
아, 또 다음날이 돼야 주인이 있겠네.
Good day.
I hear you're...
At all.
What exactly... I'm sorry. Where can...
난 다 이거